Hello again, I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to another episode of Jim Bob Plays City Skylines on the PS4. You can see a plane coming into our airport over here. I've expanded this area quite a little bit, as you can see. So I've put in a few offices here opposite the airport. I might put a little bit more commercial in around here as well. Over here, we've got our hotels in our little commercial zone here. This is done with a tourism specialty on our industry. These are offices, got a station working quite well, as you can see, and a little medical centre next to the plaza. We are getting a few pedestrians using our subway, but not a huge amount. A lot of movement from our taxis up here. And then over here I've added a nice little office district, as you can see, and then really kind of fleshed out this area. Added a few extra little side roads, as you can see, as well. And then I've also kind of laid the framework for the next area of construction in this region, and I just wanted to try this out. Kind of like a little cul-de-sac kind of thing. I'm sure I can potentially get that even smaller as a little roundabout, but that works as a kind of a proof of concept. It gives me 2 wide blocks going around the roundabout like that. I think if I got it smaller, they would probably be limited to even smaller houses. So maybe that works fine like that. Gives a nice little, a nice little cul-de-sac kind of feel. And then over here, coming off this bit here, what I've also done is added a long, windy, connecting road which goes over the freeway with another freeway junction here, and then the road carries on and connects into Thornton over here, and as you can see, it's a lot of traffic coming this way. It's even diverted one of our bus routes as well. We have a bus that comes from the Jimsville bus station, just there, and before it went that way, in and out. Now it comes out that way, but it goes in this way and then goes up that ramp. In fact, that's one of the buses just there, I think. Goes in, and I had to rearrange where the stops were because it was kind of doubling back on itself as a result of the change. So the bus now comes in this way. There's the first stop, and then the other stop is just there, and then it goes out this way and heads back to Jimsville that way there. So that's that area as well. Other changes that I've made is I've really fleshed out the little hilltop area over here with the observatory, as you can see. So I've added in a mixture of office, commercial and residential all the way through here. Created this quite nice little scene over here. I like the elevation changes that we have, and then we've got that road that just leads down to the dual carriageway there as well. So nice little area here, and also we've got the railway that runs underneath through the hillside mountain just there. Hopefully we'll get a train pop through any second. You can see another plane coming in to land in the distance there. And there's a train coming out. So if I show you the zoning, you can see what we've got up here. Quite a lot of residential, a little bit of commercial and office over here, and a little bit of office and commercial over here as well. It's a nice little area, this. It's not a hugely populated area. There's no schools up here, I don't think. I don't think I put schools in up here. It's not really a big enough area, I don't think, to need schools. Let's check the education stats. No schools, no universities, anything like that. But we have got healthcare up here, so we've got and other public services. So somewhere up here is a police station and a fire station, just there. And there is a medic clinic somewhere around here as well, I believe. Oh no, there's no medical clinic over here. We better add one in then. I thought I added a clinic. Let's see, where can I add that? I suppose up here would be a good place to add it. It's just a question of exactly where. I really want to go any further, along there. I guess there will do. Like that. Let's see, have I got space for a small block of commercial to sit in just there? I think I'm going to change that to an office. There we go. So in this episode, we need to fix our rail network a little bit, because over here, this station is now just getting ridiculously congested. Ooh. Why have we just lost power? As one of our stations... Ah, yeah, look, one of our power stations is on fire, which immediately stops it from working. And there we go, it's back in service. And power should start getting restored. Yep, you can see power's getting restored across the grid there. But yeah, this station here is just getting way too congested. You can see trains will start to queue and queue and queue trying to get in here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add a second station right opposite here, which means we're going to have to rip up part of our road network and some of these buildings. This could have a knock-on effect on a few things, but we have got a little bit of space around here to play about with, so it's not a horrific loss in terms of the way we can route things around here. But there are just too many trains trying to get in and out of this station at the moment, and they're ending up at certain points a day just queuing really, really badly. So what I want to do is, first of all, I need to go in and just start demolishing stuff, which I don't really like doing, but kind of don't have a choice anymore. It's just way too bad over here at this station. So if I take these things out, I need to take that piece out. That one's okay because it's actually outside of the railway, so actually no, I'll take that one out as well, just because of the end connection there, which means that's probably going to have to come off as well. Going to have to take this off. This is going to need to be rerouted, but that's easy enough because what I can do is if I go to roads and I want one way, let's go down and bring this across. Just trying to figure out which is far enough. I think that, and then bring it up like that. There we go, that works. And now I can delete that like that. There we go. So now we have our access that goes underneath and continues fine. Just want to check. Yeah, going in the right direction. That's good. Now I need to figure out exactly where my station needs to be. So let's go to stations. So it needs to be about there, basically. So they're pretty much opposite. So where does my road need to be? Road needs to be pretty much where it comes out of the tunnel. So let's try that and see if it will fit. Hope it fits. If I put a road in there, like that, is that going to work? No, it's a little bit too close, so it needs to come down one more square. That's problematic. I wonder if I can get away with... No, I can't get away with the slip road, really. Alright, okay, so let's take that piece back out again. Let's go back to roads. I have to bring that down a little bit more. And now bring this up. Like that. So, to fix that, let's just take that out a little bit further. There we go. Damn it, I should have actually paid more attention to where I needed my side road to be. I think that might not be enough, so let's just double check. If we get this road put in first, we can at least play from that. So yeah, it means that the Zen Garden's going to have to go. It's going to have to be relocated. So let's relocate the Zen Garden. I don't want to follow it, I want to relocate it. Let's drop it on the other side of the road for now. Now if I put the road in, there we go. So if I put that in there, the station should now fit. Ah, no, that piece of road's in the way. Yeah, we go. There we go. So the station fits now. So if I do that, drop that in. Now I need to go back to roads. Back to one-way roads. And we need to bring this up here. So that's going to be there. Bring it up and connect like that. That works. Take that little piece off. Okay, that works. We can get away with that. Now, footpath. Let's put the footpath... Oh. Yeah, we're going to have to take this road out completely. Which means I'm going to need to remove that as well. And I need a bit of a run-up. Why can't I delete this road? Oh, there we go. We'll put some of that road back in. But I need to have a decent little stretch of railway. Let's check. I'm going straight. I am. Good. Let's bring this along to about here. Because I want to have enough space to queue up, if I need to, a second train. And we'll have to do the same just here as well. So I have to take that piece of road out, that piece of road out, which means that school's going to have to be relocated. We'll do that in just a second. So put that line like that. Is that long enough for another train? Yes, that's long enough for another train. So now I need to relocate where the school's going to go. Let's put those side roads back in first of all, to where they can go. So if I do that, pick this up, just bring this back a little bit to there. There we go. And then put in that little bit of road to there. That works. Now if I connect my railway, it's going to go with freeform on this. That junction becomes a little bit clunky. So how about we make this nice and easy, actually. If we take that junction out like that, and take that piece of rail out as well. See, what I'm thinking is if we bring that round and connect that up there, like that kind of thing. Just need to make that a smoother transition. Perhaps even give myself a little bit more room under the bridge. For this line here. So if I bring this along like this, curve it through. I've got a support pillar there. That's why it was causing the issues. There we go. Can bring the lines through like this. Keep them as completely separate lines. Like that. I'm going to need to take these buildings out. Potentially. There we go. That works. So I've got my passing line to go into that station. So any train that needs to go through that way and then go off that way can. Any train that's coming this way needs to go to the airport can. Any train that needs to go to a station can go to there. And then this line here can go through that way. And this should hopefully just ease some of the traffic going into these stations. So now that the stations are in place, let's start rebuilding our sort of access routes. Bring that down to there, like that. That works. Right, so this was my down route, wasn't it? So let's fix the road over here. Take the road to there. And let's go freeform if we can to try and curve it around. There we go, that works. And now I need my down route to come off here. Cut straight through those buildings like that. And I got my pedestrian access. That's not going to be there because of zoning, I don't think. Footpaths. There we go. And let's build a footpath like that. Hell, I could even put a footpath there like that as well. Take that piece out. Let's make this a little bit tidier, I think. There we go, that'll do. So now we have footpath access over there. It's kind of a wonky bridge. Let's... Can I get that lower? Because that looks too high. Looks double height. I guess we start again. Or just go like that. And then bring it down again on the opposite side. That looks a little bit better. It does look very tall, but it'll do. Why can't I get that to come all the way down? Alright, let's bring it to there. Bring it down on that side instead. That works. Yeah, that just looks way too tall. If I put the pillar there and then bring it down, does that look any lower? It still looks really high. I think it's because of there, that's why. So let's try building it from the middle instead. So if I create... even so, it still looks really high, look. Why does it look so much higher than over here? I don't get it. I don't get why it gets so high just there. Alright, so we won't have a raised bridge just there. We've got this one here. That's connecting to this part of the city, so it's not a major issue, I suppose. What I can do now actually is take that road out like that. And actually take this road all the way across. So I'm going to need to take that out. take that all the way across there. That keeps these hotels here as well, which is quite handy. And then I need to bring that back. So it needs to be there. That's where I need it to be. But it needs to go down like that. Beautiful. There we go. So that preserves that junction. Now we need to kind of play about with the routes. So let's see. We've got all these different lines that are coming in here. First off, this silver line can no longer connect. So let's drag that down to there. And now it's not going to give me the other line, is it? Right. What else is going where? And the pink line, that needs to come down as well. So I've got the purple line going that way. The other purple line terminates there. Let's just take this stop out for a second. So it's not even showing me the other line for the silver line now. Alright, let's see if I can pick it up just over here at the stops. No, I can't. Alright. If I drag that down there for a second. There's the other silver line. I can drag that down now. This line here. Keep me on the stop. No. This is the one annoying thing about trying to, rework lines, is that it doesn't like to play ball a lot of the time. Alright, let's just move time a little bit and see if that automatically reshunts a couple of the lines. So, the pink line terminates here. Okay, so the pink line's terminating here. The silver line's a through line. I've only got one line coming in at the moment now, which is the purple one. So let's... Come on, give me this stop. Drag it there. Oh, this is so frustrating. Won't give me the stop that I want. I wish I could actually easily identify the lines. See, I can see it. I can't get it. Try dragging that over there, but I think all I'm doing is just duplicating the stop. Oh no, that's got it. Okay, so we've got that purple line's going in here, look now. And then it comes back out again just there. So that's fixed. By the look of it. Got the darker line going through, and then coming through here I've got the silver line, and I've got the pink line that terminates in here. And then goes back out again. Alright, so now that that's done, let's just watch it here and see what happens. See, they're still kind of stacking against each other, but not so bad anymore. And these two should now roll in at the same time. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the purple line's broken. I just saw that train disappear. I've broken the purple line. So... watch that train will disappear, look. Yeah, that line's broken. So I'm going to need to actually rebuild that line from scratch. Let's delete that line. That was the line that was coming from the airport, I believe. Yeah, it was, look. So, let's see. Which is the in line, which is the out line? So it needs to start here on this line, I think. That's the right colour, I believe. Let's just double check. Where's the nearest station? There it is. It's pretty close. So we'll get it to stop at Kanto. And stop there. And then go back through to Kanto. And terminate back on that platform there. So now I'm going to follow this train, make sure it's going in properly. Oh, that just vanished. It must have gone out of service. Here's another one going. It'll whiz through. Stop here in Kanto. Use the crossover. There we go. And then pull out again. Beautiful. That's working again. Alright. And then this one here. You can see this one's then going off to the airport. Like so. So I still need to have that split because you've got a train coming in from the opposite direction, look. What is this train? Where's that come from? That looks like an external connection train. Where has that come from? And where does it plan to go? Weird. Well, maybe it was just a train going out of service, but I don't know which one it would be. Not seeing any more of those, that's good. Yeah, so there we go. We've upgraded our station network over here. We now have 2 separate platforms for Johto, which is a busy, busy area. So we're having a lot of foot traffic here going over the bridge as well, which is good. Yeah, that all seems to be working out really, really quite nicely. The road network is still intact. We just lost a few buildings over here. Let me check my bus network. Make sure that that hasn't been overly affected. comes in, goes around this way. Ah, that stop's broken. Because, yeah, because the roads can't come up that way to connect to it. So let's move that stop to there instead. There we go. That fixes that line. Glad I checked the buses now. That goes up, actually stops on the other side of the station. Although it's kind of unnecessary. But it gives us, you know, a stop here for the Zen Garden, I suppose. That goes... In fact, actually, that goes that way and then comes back round and that way. So instead of having it there... Is that one-way road? Let's see. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we fixed that. So now let's relocate that stop from there to here, opposite the Zen Garden, where it was originally supposed to be. Then it can come down this way, go along there, around, and back again. Yeah, that's better. That works a lot better than it used to. Let's get the zoning checked now, because we're going to have some zoning gaps. So here you can see we've got zoning gaps. This may potentially be a little noisy, but we'll see what happens. Let's put some commercial just here, I think. Like that. Bit more commercial in there, and I'll put some offices just there, I think. Let's demolish that house so it can be rebuilt. What other zoning areas need to be replaced? Actually looks alright. Yeah, that looks okay. Put a few more hotels in along that stretch there. That looks decent. This area is going to start rebuilding its housing. Over here's okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. That works. So that's that one done. Next up, we need to fix this over here. I wanted to put in a second freight hub to ease this traffic around here. Again, at certain parts of the day, it's not too bad like now, but other parts of the day, it's just horrendous. I was wondering about whether or not to put a second rail hub in here, but looking at it like this, I'm guessing it's not as bad as I thought. It's only just sort of peak times, and we do get a lot of trains coming through here. I don't really want to overcomplicate the rail network over here with another station. So I think I'll leave that. Now, I know it was something I talked about upgrading and adding another rail a rail hub in there for rail freight, but it's working all right. So I am liking how this is starting to come out, though. Oh, and look at the traffic now. Oh, sorry, the foot traffic. A lot of people coming off that station using the zebra crossings there. I was kind of hoping to avoid having to do that by bringing the bridge out. Maybe... Let's pause again for a second. Maybe what I can do... I take that off and that off like that. There's got a lot of people hovering in the air. I reckon I can fix this. So... There's got to be a way to get this fixed. We go across sort of like that. Be a little bit wonky. And very steep just there. Bit too steep, I think. That's going to need to go back an extra spot. Take that back to there, and then cut across like that. Yeah, that works. It's not so steep. A load of people just drop into the floor. But it takes a lot of the pressure off that zebra crossing. Still getting a few people crossing to go to these hotels and stuff, but it does take some of the pressure off. And what I can do as well, hopefully, is this. Put a little subway in. I'm just going to overbuild it here like this. To say there. And then try and bring it up in this gap just here. Alright, so that's going to need to come across one more square then by the look of it. Oh, no. How about if I start there? Go down. That's still there. Take that off. That can't be too steep. Apparently it is. So this hotel's going to have to go. Like that. And let's see if we can get people using the subway instead of the zebra crossing. They probably won't, to be honest, but the option is there. Let's see if they take it. Doesn't look like they're going to. Not seeing anybody going for it right now. Nope, they're not using it. Well, I suppose it's not that surprising, really. Yeah, to go down and along and around and then, or just use the zebra crossing that's right there. It was kind of wishful thinking that they might use that, but you know, you never know. Sometimes city civilians will use the underground road bits that, or underground crossings that you put in for them, but more often than not, they'll just ignore them and use the nearest zebra crossing if they're not too far. So. Bit of a shame, but yeah, we got to try something out. There we go. I tell you what, I could probably put a taxi rank in there now, actually, and replace the one that we had to get rid of. Yes, I can. Beautiful. That works. A little taxi rank next to our hotels. So it's not all bad. Getting some noise complaints here because of the hotels. I kind of figure that might be the case. Not a lot I can do about that, really, unless I put an office in there, perhaps, on those sides. I could do that. I don't want to put more commercial there, because then these houses are going to have noise complaints. Yeah, let's take those out. Yeah, both getting noise complaints. Let's put in a couple of offices instead. Like that. There we go. So that's all worked out really quite nicely over here. Slightly wonky bridge, but it's keeping the vast majority of people on this side and keeping a lot of traffic off that zebra crossing there, which is good. That's what we wanted. Right. What else can we get done this episode? Let's see. Leaving this area as is. There you can see the traffic starting to build up a bit more. It'll get really, really busy in the morning. Always does. Everything over here seems to be working pretty well. No real issues there. This area's worked out quite nicely so far. I did say that I was probably going to tear this area down and rebuild it, but I think, you know, probably this city's going to end when it hits 100,000. I think we're really close. We'll end the series at 100,000, and then we might revisit it in the future once the Snowfall DLC goes live, because then we'll be able to add in a few different options like trams and other bits and bobs, so we can maybe play about with an existing city by coming back to Jimsville, but we'll probably just be building a brand new city on the Snowfall map. So I think going forward, West Coast will just stay pretty much as is. I mean, I've got a little bit of space over here, so I could add in... I would like to get rid of that mess just there if I can. So I think if I can find a good location, I'll relocate that pollution. Tell you what, let's do a little road over the freeway here. So let's go to straight road. Let's come along to about there. Let's go up a block. Like that. Let's go straight over. Come back down again. And just have a little road going over there like that. And let's move these buildings over here. Like that. I'm going to need to put in some water. But I don't need to worry about putting in power because they are power generating buildings. There we go. So that'll clear that area up of pollution gradually over the next little moments. We can now add some new housing in over here and just make the West Coast a little bit bigger. So let's go to freeform. I want to kind of bring the road around the water a little bit more. Let's not get too close to the freeway. There we go. Let's bring a road coming off here. Kind of like that. And then we've got space for a couple of side streets. Let's draw in a road like that. That works. And then let's do maybe another road coming off like that into that area. That works. Over here, I think if we could bring this across like that, and then just tidy this junction up a little bit. Try and smooth that corner off a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Gives the road a little bit of a kink. That looks a bit rough, actually. Yeah, we can get away with that. That looks nicer, I think. In which case I can now tidy up this junction here. Like so. Yeah, that looks a little bit nicer. Let's put in a side road coming off here. Like that. And there we go. We've got a nice little extra bit there. And we've got enough of a gap here to maybe put in a decent park to really, really boost the land value there that's been so terrible for so long. Let's see if we can put in a park with trees. Oh, look at that. Fits perfectly just there. Boom. Lose a couple of small houses, put in a nice big park. And those trees will start to change colour. You can see the pollution's already clearing quite nicely. Let's check the water network over here. Yep, I thought we would need to bring in some more piping, and you can hear the houses all pinging like crazy. That's great to hear. It's not a particularly tidy pipe network over here, but it doesn't really matter at this stage, I don't think. Yeah, look at all these houses that are leveling up and pinging. See all those arrows going, all the new constructions as the houses upgrade. It's really raising the land value over here. Let's see, what do we have in services over here? Got 2 clinics. Okay, that's fine. We've got our crematorium and our cemetery there, okay. Police, what do we have? Large police station over there. And a couple of smaller police stations. Oh, this is fire. So we've got a large fire station. There's the police station. Let's check smaller police. Could possibly do with an extra police station, I think, just to help out. Let's stick that there on the corner. Education. What do we have in the way of education over here? 1 of each. Let's put in a second elementary. Let's put that over here. And I want to see if I can actually do my usual trick of putting in a playground near it as well. There we go, small playground. Stick that next door. There we go. I love hearing that noise. All those houses that are levelling up and upgrading start dropping in. Some of this zoning around here. Gonna need to put in a little bit of commercial. So I'm thinking if I take that bit there, this is going to be residential around here. Going to put in a few blocks of, say, corner shops as well. Put some commercial in around this area, around this junction here. Like that, and it's also the ones that kind of back onto the freeway as well. Where else did I want to put a little bit of commercial? There, nice little block of commercial just there. Let's take that out and make that commercial. And that as well. Really just go with that whole corner block there. Residential here. Actually, no, these small little bits here, I'll make them tiny little shops as well. Get a couple of little garages and, you know, tiny small shop businesses popping in there. You know what? I think I might make all of that on the outside commercial. Like that. That's my police station, isn't it? I want commercial there. Sorry, residential there and there. Like that. And let's make that offices, I think. Just a little bit of offices. There's no offices really up here, is there? Yeah, we can do better than that. Let's put some offices in opposite the school. Like that. And let's take these blocks and make them offices as well. Like that. There we go. So we've got a little bit of office space, and then we've got our commercial and a nice increase in residential. You can see the trees as well. Look, they're starting to get some green back in them as that pollution clears away. This is going to end up a nice little expansion to the west coast just over here, I think. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, so we'll leave it there for this episode. We've expanded the west coast. We've sorted out our rail issue over here in Johto, making it a much bigger hub for transport with that second station now. And sorting out the line connections just here as well. So that's all worked out really nicely. I'm really pleased with the way things are coming along. So next episode we will try and push towards a big bump in our population. Try and add several thousand more people into the city. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Jimsville and City Skylines PS4 edition very soon.